Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Larry Lursey. Welcome back to the channel. We've got another Luminar Neo video for you this week. I've been having a lot of fun playing around with Neo and starting to get the hang of how to use a lot of the tools in it. And I'm going to kind of show you my workflow, taking this image and kind of run it through the paces, the things I would do to try and enhance it and give it a little more impact. So it should be a lot of fun. If you don't already have Luminar Neo, there's a link down below where you can check it out. By the way, if you don't already subscribe to the channel, please take a second to do so and make sure you ring the bell so that you get notifications whenever a new video comes out. But it's going to be lots of fun, so without any further ado, let's roll the intro. Okay, so here we are in Neo, and this is the image that we're going to be working with. These flowers just sitting here in this window. And quick look through here in Neo, we've got the image over here with the ability to add layers up above, which we might do in a bit. Tools are over here, and then we've got our presets, which, again, when you're starting with something like this and you've got no idea what to do, you know, sometimes you can just take some of these ones that they're recommending and try them out just to kind of see some of the options that are available. That one's actually kind of nice, but what we want to do today is go back and kind of do our own thing with this one. So what I'm going to try to do is enhance these flowers a little bit. What I like about this image is kind of the contrast of the soft greens and reds here against the hard rock with the gray and all that. And so I think those make a nice contrast with each other, and we're going to try and play that up. So we'll come in here, we'll start up here at the top with develop, and I don't know that there's a whole bunch of exposure. We could give it a tiny bit of a bump and pull back the highlights just a hair. Might have gone too far. Let's look at the before. Just kind of lighten it up a little bit because we're going to be doing some things to it that we will need to tweak those things as we go. So we'll start out with a little bit lighter. So we'll come into Enhance, start running this accent up. Now it's opening that up, which not necessarily something I was looking for, but I like what it's doing to the flowers, and I like what it's doing to the rock down here. So put that up, it's around 50. Let's look at the before. Okay, I think that's giving us a little more texture down here in those rocks, which is nice. I don't know that there's a whole lot of structure. I feel like we've got plenty of sharpness on this image. We'll give it a tiny bit. Let's see if we even noticed anything. Not too much. Okay, so color, I want to bump up that saturation a little bit and the vibrance. Now this is interesting. As I'm pumping this up, I'm starting to notice these blue rocks through here, which I hadn't really noticed as much before, but I do like how those are coming up when I push these a little bit. I don't want to go too far with those flowers, but I do like that extra blue through there. Don't know that I want as much here and up here, so what I will probably do is go ahead and put a mask on here and just go through and just do the flowers, these little blue, I guess those are stones through there. And let's see what that looks like before and after. Okay, I like that. Now, by the way, a problem you could run into is if you go back and say, you know what, I went too far with the color, and you open this up again, it's all back to 0. If you want to change something like that that you've done, you have to go up here to Edits. And here are all the things we've done so far. And now in here, you can go in and say, you know, bring those back a tiny bit. So keep that in mind that it's kind of sitting in a separate place. You can't go back to one once you close it. All right, let's take a look at landscape. Not sure that there's much dehaze to do here. Put a little bit on it. Let's see what warming this thing up does. I kind of like warming that up. Especially plays into those colors down there. Let's bring that back a tiny bit. Let's look at the before. All right. I'm worried that I'm still a little too saturated on those, so I'm going to come back here. Pull back that vibrance just a touch. I don't want to overdo it. All right, vignette. We are definitely going to want to vignette this thing. Let's make this our subject. Pull that down. Again, we don't want it where you can see it. You want to get to the point where it looks like you don't have anything. Like I don't really see it at all right now. That's what you want. Make sure it's over there. Here we go. So let's take a second to, there's our before, there's our after. I think that might be too much. Let's look at the, maybe just a little too much vignette. In fact, it might even be a matter of the size. Bring it up a little bit so that it more just comes around that window there. I like that better. Okay, so now we've got what we've done so far here. We've done our landscape with the color, enhanced, and then the vignette. Okay. Now, there's not any sky or anything like that. You can certainly play with dramatic and mood. And dramatic, of course, is going to suck away a little of that saturation, which we can add back. But let's see if we like what it's doing to the rock. That's primarily where it's going to be working. I think we can do that and just bump that saturation back to compensate for it. Give it a second to work. So there's the before. Okay, I think that works. Now, mood is always dicey because you never know what these are going to do. And so what I will sometimes do is just come through here and try a few of these and see what they're doing. Now, I like that. I kind of like that Long Beach, how it just kind of warms up the whole thing. I'm going to tone it down to about 20. I like that. Yeah, it's just kind of warming. If you look at the before and the after, there's the before. You can really kind of see it through these grays. Just gives it a nice little warmth. I think that worked out good. Mystical is one that could work on an image like this. It's just going to kind of give it that little more dreamy type of thing. Let's see what that does. Let's push it all the way. Almost makes it look like a painting, which is kind of interesting. Let's see what this shadow does. It's just bringing that out. We don't want that. Let's try the smoothness. Okay. I don't mind a little of this mystical though. I like to think it kind of knocks a little of that edge off. Makes it look a little more painterly. I like that. All right, not too much portrait stuff. Final thing we will play with here is the super contrast. What I like to do is I'll just bring these up to about 15 or thereabouts, and then start sliding both ways and see which ones I like better. Let's come on up to about 20. Those highlights, and there's not a lot of bright highlights in this image. I think pushing that way works. Let's look at our midtones. We can darken them or lighten them. I think we're pretty good where those are. Let's put a little bit of shadow in like that. There's a before. Kind of like what it's doing down there in those rocks if you look in the concrete, whatever that is. Okay, so then finally you've got color harmony that we can come back and play again with some of these. We've already kind of tweaked the color all over the place, but I think that's going to be more than we want. Could warm it up just a touch more. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good with those adjustments. One thing I want to try on here as well, though, is to throw a texture on top. And grab one of these. And what I've done here, let me turn this all the way up. This is kind of just a texture that I have. It's a piece of like paper that I scanned in at some point, which works well. And so what we're going to do is change that blending mode to probably overlay, maybe soft light. I like soft light. And then dial it back a touch. And you can see we can adjust it with these little corners, but it's already kind of where it needs to be. So let's see what that looks like. Just kind of gives it a little more texture through there. I think that works. It's sitting at about 80. I like that. There's our before. There's our after. Before, after. I like the way we went with this. I think this looks really nice. Could possibly play with the levels a little bit, maybe bring out those shadows, depends on what you want. I kind of like these flowers jumping off the dark, but if you don't like that big dark area, you could fix that easily enough. But I think we've brought back just enough information back here that you've got some depth to it, and I think that works really nicely, so I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and export it. And there you go. Definitely think we made some progress on that image, took it from kind of a ho-hum flat image to something that has a little more vibrance and depth. So I was happy with how that worked out, and hopefully that workflow kind of gave you an idea of how I would attack an image. And again, whether that's just looking at the templates and finding something, or using that for inspiration and then going in and doing each tool individually. It's kind of up to you and what your style is, but that's generally how I do it. But I hope you find that interesting, and I hope it helps. That's all I've got for this week, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care. Bye-bye.